So the year was 2017. Mini Tour pro named Andrew Jensen started a YouTube channel, and almost every video started off like this, driving to a tournament. 4 years later, a year removed from my last tournament, and I'm driving to a tournament. The OGs would recognize that intro. That was the intro from the very first time the channel was around back in 2017. I'm feeling very nostalgic for this video and this tournament. Yeah, I haven't played a tournament in 11 months because I'm not a full-time player. But back when I started the channel with a little bit more hair, less grays, I was a single man, full-time player who loved YouTube, felt like, hey, let's make YouTube videos about this. There wasn't much golf on YouTube other than like course vlogs and instruction. Changed so much in the last 4 years, but I still want to tell stories about professional golf. So I'm gonna go down to Port St. Lucie, play a 2-day minor league tour event. I've never played a minor league tour event. My game feels okay. We'll see what happens, but I want to like do what I did back in 2017 and 2018 throughout all those tournament vlogs where I got to share kind of what the experience was like, what it costs, how hard it is, how annoying it is, how fun it can be. I want to do all of that in this video today. So I've got a 3-hour drive. One of the fun parts about mini tour golf, you drive everywhere. I'm gonna play a practice round, stay in a day's in, and then play a 2-day event where I basically have to finish third to break even. So welcome to Mini Tour Golf. We've made it down here to Hammock Creek. Change in the parking lot. Kind of that's par for the course for mini tour players. Play a practice round today, and I'm paying for this practice round. I think that's the first thing that a lot of people don't know about a mini tour, developmental tour to a PGA Tour, Corn Ferry, and all that. You just kind of book your practice round on your own. 9 times out of 10, you're paying for it. Sometimes courses will arrange it, but like I publicly went on the website, just booked a tee time, $40. So that's our first expense. Maybe I pay for range balls, maybe I don't. We'll check in on that later. See it, play it, and hopefully learn enough of it so that I can actually be competitive tomorrow. Yeah, so I had to pay for range balls. So practice round, range balls, taxes all in, it was a cool $50. So that's our first expense, $50 for practice. This is like one of the most important things for me when I'm coming to play a practice round. Day before, don't get a lot of time to get a huge feel for the golf course, especially if I don't know the golf course. I just want to know I've got a good feel on the greens, because for 2 days, if I hit it in some wrong spots or hit it badly, I can save a lot with a good feel on the greens, and things feel great. I'm gonna go out and play now. You really want to dive into like deep, in-depth look at a practice round. I made a video about that like last month, whereas today, I got a buddy who lives down here. We're just gonna go have some fun, have a hit around Hammock Creek, and just keep it relaxed, keep it fun, and enjoy this golf course. Reminds me a lot of Keen's Point, which I used to play a few times back when I played some Florida Elite Tour events. Jack Nicklaus, Florida design, good par 4s, really good par 3s. Greens are smooth, greens are pretty straightforward, a little bit of subtlety to them. Grain is really active. Nice golf course. I'm sure guys that are familiar with this place can go low out here. My guess, if the weather is fine for 2 rounds, it's probably going to take like 12 under par to win this thing. There's birdies to be made, that's for sure. It's a really good golf course. Got to hit some good shots. Good shots will be rewarded. Bad shots will be penalized. Good short game will definitely go a long way.
Working man 7.
been a day. 15.3 day strain on a 73% recovery. That's a good ass day to start a tournament week. And you can tell by this beautiful artwork and lighting. I'm in my hotel, and this is the second expense that I'm going to talk about. $215 for 2 nights in my days in. You can hear everybody. There's airplanes passing over. So sleep is going to be of the utmost priority because you need to be rested before tournament golf. You want your body ready to rock. So yeah, Beam Dream, baby. Gonna sleep like a baby tonight because not everybody is afforded the luxury of playing a local tour. Someone like myself, under these situations, I got to travel and spend some nights in a hotel playing an event. I'm gonna break down why this tour and all the other tour options and entry fees tomorrow after my round. I'm playing at 9:15, so I'm going to bed, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
You got me down again.
Day one in the books. Pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. It was a little squirrely out there. I shot 2 over par 73. Off to a really good start, finding my feet again, playing tournament golf. Pace was awesome. So I never really had time to kind of slow down and like maybe get in my head too much. Unfortunately, hossled one on the 8th hole. I was even par through 7, hossled one, made bogey, and then from there on out, it was a fight. Kind of trust my golf swing. I steered it quite a bit in the middle of that round and a little bit towards the end. A couple bad long irons in the rain, the wind, and got it to 3 over. But then I was like, I had par 5s to finish, battling back, making some decent golf swings. I had to look for birdie on the 15th hole. Straight up the hill, a little bit of grain. Thought I was going to play pretty straight. Grain, hill, burnt the right edge. So frustrating to miss it. And then up on 17, hit a great drive. You got to take it up the right side, be aggressive. It trickled kind of right in between 2 trees. So I had to hit this kind of hero shot, hood a 5-iron like this, and hit it out over the road and just try to get it back. I got lucky. I thinned it, kind of went through a tree, but then I got up and down for birdie to get to 2 over. And then on 18, I guess I just pulled it, a little steery, short-sided myself, hit a great bunker shot, and an awesome putt to make par. And yeah, I'm happy with that. I haven't golfed competitively in nearly a year, and when I did, it was like a struggle to break 80. So shooting 73 right in the middle of the pack, and that's kind of like the last spot to get paid. First things first though, I gotta get gas. That's another expense. Probably gonna be about 2 tanks of gas, maybe not quite. So we can tack on $60, but I said I'm in the middle of the pack, so I'm gonna get this tank of gas, head back to the hotel room, and we're gonna dive into the entry fee, the purse, and why this tour and all the other tours out there that you could potentially play if you want to grind away at mini tour golf. Let's get into it. The entry fee, first and foremost, was $360 to play this 2-day event, but I had to pay an additional $50 on top of that, so we're looking at $410. Because I'm not a member of the minor league tour, the membership fee is $300, and I'm not going to pay all that to play one event. They charge event membership fees, and those $50 go towards your membership fee. It is one of those things that newer developmental tours aren't charging membership fees. The membership fee is a very hot button controversial thing. I understand there's overhead, there's operating expenses and all of that, but there's still a lot taken off each entry fee for the events. So the membership fee to join the tour is kind of going by the wayside, but these longer lasting, longer term tours, they still charge them. Feel how you want about that. Let's look at just how much money we're playing for this week. There's 29 guys in this event, $7,460 purse. You can see right there, first place is $1,500. My expenses are $725 for this whole thing. I would have to finish 4th to cover all of my expenses. What he does with this tour is he pays half the field, then guarantees the top quarter will get your entry fee back. So in this case, 15 spots being paid, 8th place will get your entry fee back. So that is good. A lot of tours strictly just pay 33% of the field. There's 29 players paying $360. My $50 didn't go into that purse. That's over $10,000 in the purse. $7,400 is what we're playing for. There's course expenses, there are operating expenses. So yes, this is just an organized money game for lack of a better comparison. Why the minor league tour? How did I find out about the minor league tour? This is what I want to dive into. I get these DMs. Hey Andrew, what tour should I play? Or where is their tours? Da 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 da. It's so simple. Google mini tour golf, insert location here. Wherever you are, Google it. I don't want to be that blunt, but it is that simple. Like, everyone's got to figure it out, find it out. Yeah, I want to help you. I'm going to list all the mini tours that I know. I mean, in Canada, you have the Vancouver Golf Tour, the Great Lakes Tour, the Toronto Players Tour, the East Coast Pro Tour. There might be more, but those are the ones that I know. In Florida, we have the Minor League Tour, the West Florida Tour, the Florida Pro Tour, which is kind of the Daytona, Orlando area. I don't know if the Florida Elite Tour is still doing things in the Orlando area. You have the Moonlight Tour in Orlando. Then when it comes to a bit of travel, you have the Swing Thought Tour, the G Pro Tour, and then up in the Carolinas, you have Coastal Players Tour, the Mountain Tour. On the West Coast, I don't know much. I know there's the Golden State Tour, All Pro Tour in Texas. I think maybe there's a Pepsi Tour. I don't know if that's around still. There's a lot. If you want to know what they are, just hit pause as they've been coming up on the screen, and then do the research yourself, because Dakota's Tour, there's the Dakota's Tour, there's a lot of tours out there, and that's how you decide which tour you want to invest your money, your game into. This right here, for me, coming down to South Florida, it's great, it's fun, I'm enjoying getting my juices flowing to play an event, but this isn't sustainable. You know, $800 every event and have to finish 4th or better just to break even. That's not sustainable. This tour runs like 3 competitive rounds a week. There's a lot of competitive play if you live here. For me in Jacksonville, there's really nothing. You research the tour, you look into the entry fees, you look into how they pay relative to the purse, figure it out yourself. Some tours, Pros for Pros Tour, that's another tour. I'm just remembering tours. Rolling Red Tour in Atlanta. Like, a lot of tours want to pop up, offer better for the players, because it's been a long time of the organizers making the most money. And that's tough. That's the tough thing about mini tour and developmental tour golf. You got to play really, really good golf. Some guy's going to play really great this week, shoot maybe 8-10 under par for 2 rounds and win $1,500. It's tough, because like that good golf would go a very long way on the Mackenzie Tour and on the Korn Ferry Tour. It's the same quality of golf, but 100th the purse, basically. That is one of the difficult things, but I'm in $725 for this event. Would be great to play well tomorrow and push into that top quarter of the field to at least get my entry fee back, but this isn't my livelihood anymore. I have a job. I have a steady income that is helping offset these expenses for this tournament. When I did this full time, you're in the hole. You got to play well, and that's a lot of pressure. And if you don't play well in round 1, you're kind of out of it. It's tough. It's really, really tough. So developmental mini tour golf is not for the faint of heart, and it's a really hard grind. It's a mental challenge, because the money dries up really, really quick. I mean, even okay golf, you can lose a lot of money playing mini tour golf. So you need to have a lot of money in the bank, a plan, and after tomorrow's round, I think I'm going to kind of give my last little bit of advice as to how to approach just what you need to do if you want to embark on a mini tour, developmental tour plan to get yourself to a higher tour. Back at the house, round 2 in the books. Didn't film, I apologize. I was the passenger in the 2-person cart. Yesterday I was riding solo, so it was kind of easy to clip the GoPro on and get some shots. On the other side of the cart, you walk a lot more, and I just didn't want to get in the way, so I didn't record anything. I don't think it changed anything. I played pretty much the same, if not better, except for 3 holes. I made 5 birdies, triple bogeyed the very first hole, and made 2 doubles in the 5th and 15th hole. Just a bit of palmetto bush trouble, and on the first hole I lost. I pulled it out of bounds in someone's backyard. So 15 really good holes, 3 really bad holes. Didn't finish in the money, but it reminds me how happy I am that it's not my full-time job. I'm not trying to do this week in and week out, and that kind of leads me to the last little Pro Golf 101. If you want to play professional golf and start at the mini tour level, you need to do what I just did this week all the time. If you think on the PGA Tour, average player maybe plays 28 tournaments a year, they're not going to make every cut they play in, but they're still getting anywhere from 70 to 100 competitive rounds a year. And a lot of mini tour golf is pretty spread out, and maybe you do a 2-day here, a 1-day at the end of the next week, and when all is said and done, it's really easy to play 30 competitive rounds in a year, and that's not even close to what you would get if you wanted to transition to the Mackenzie Tour, the Korn Ferry Tour, the PGA Tour. You need to play a lot of competitive golf and get a lot of reps. When you play very minimal reps, it's really easy to overanalyze and put a lot of pressure as well. Like, if this was my only event and I'm going to play another event and I really need to play well, it's so much pressure. Thankfully, that's not my racket anymore. I have a full-time job making these videos. This was a lot of fun. I miss it. I would love to dedicate a month of playing every week, getting 10, 12 competitive rounds in a month, maybe 15. but I don't think that's in the cards anytime soon. That's what you need to do. So if you want to play, you find through one of these tours, you project out. But if you do what I just did 25 times, so add that up, what it costs, add up what you're playing for. It's a tough go, but you're getting your reps. Consider it your post-grad education if you want to pursue developmental mini tour golf. You're not doing it to make money. You're doing it to gain experience, to build confidence, and kind of learn the ropes of what it could take at the highest level of this game. It just takes consistent, solid play week after week after week after week. And if you're only playing at 4 competitive rounds in a month, you're just find something else to do, honestly, because it's not an accurate representation of what you have to do. And then the whole other caveat is if you find an area and there's a ton of tournament golf to play there, and you want to do it all from your own home and never travel, that's not a really good representation of what it will be like if you want to transition to the next level. Because on the next level, there's travel, there's hotels, there's all that, the planning, all the expenses, the stress. I had terrible sleeps for 2 nights. How does that affect your game? There's all kinds of other things in professional golf. A stationary mini tour where you get to sleep in your own bed does not prepare you for and does not even come close to what it is actually like being on the road, being away from the ones you love, being away from your practice routines, your support system. It's a very, very difficult life. It costs a lot of money. It costs a lot on you emotionally, physically, all of that stuff. But it's still a lot of fun, and it's still very rewarding if you see the fruits of your labor. So this whole video, it's been so much fun filming it. I hope you've learned a lot. Drop a comment below your experiences with mini tour golf, developmental tour golf. If you've played any of these tours, if I've missed any tours, let us know down below, because there's a lot of us. Heck, there was 2 guys this week came up to me and be like, Andrew, I watched your videos over the years, and they've helped me learn what I needed to do to turn pro. A guy I played with today is like, oh yeah, I watched your video about the expenses and it really helped me. So that's what this is all about. 73, 75, I'm not pulling any punches thinking, oh, I'm gonna make a run to try to play full time again. I'm not. I'm gonna stick to doing this full time, and I really hope you're enjoying it. So give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.